So, what is, other than objections, what do you think is, or overcoming objections, like what do you think most people that are new to the solar industry, what can they do to improve, obviously, their sales pitch?
A big one is learning the utility, like learning net metering, how it works. Because, a lot of people, like, for example, PG&E electricity, a lot of people hate on them, right? Like, yeah, you have so many things you can hate about them, the fires and the expensive rates. And I never hate on them. You never see me say PG&E is terrible, ever. And the reason why is because once you get a solar system, PG&E has the best net metering rules in the country. $10 a month, you get unlimited access to the infrastructure. Sign me up, right? So for me, if you learn the utilities and how that can help the homeowner and help, like, they understand that you can have the same utility and have a way better relationship. To me, that's going to be a big thing for them to understand that there is a way to improve that relationship they already have with the same utility. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And it reminds me of when you spoke about explaining net metering. It reminds me of uh, there's a quote out there. I don't remember who it is, but like you really understand something when you're able to explain it to a 5-year-old, right?
Yes.
So that's something that I think is super crucial because I think there's a lot of people out there that are coming to the solar industry for one reason or the other. Let's be honest, most people are probably coming because there's some good money over here. And but people come to the industry and there's people that are trying to sell that don't necessarily understand the product. They don't understand the panels. They don't understand the inverter. They don't know the utility company or the policies. And those getting those people educated as fast as possible is obviously one of the most important things that we can do as an industry. What I want to do is I would love to see. So pretend like I'm a 5-year-old or just one of those dumb homeowners. Um, I don't want to. Not all homeowners. I'm just
There
some
are some.
homeowners.
Yeah,
There
there are
are
some that
some that are dumb. I'm
are.
not calling all
There
homeowners
is.
dumb. You're not dumb for owning your home. Um, but what? How would you explain net metering to them? What metering is if they had no idea?
Yeah, I love it. It's like you're not getting rid of PG&E. You're just changing your relationship with them. So when you have a solar system, you're going to be producing so much electricity when the sun is out. That electricity needs to go somewhere, right? So, or it's going to disappear. So you have PG&E to take that extra electricity, kind of like a bank takes your money, right? They're going to use it. They're going to power up your neighbors, your local companies. But when you need it back at nighttime and in cloudy days, they give that back to you and you get unlimited access to the infrastructure for only $10 a month. That's usually the way I explain it to, a homeowner.
Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I think that's super, super important. And I think that's once again, I think anyone who's watching this that doesn't, if you can't explain net metering as clearly as that, then you should probably go back, watch that, take some notes, and practice because that's all it is practicing. Because we need to be able to explain things to people as if they were five. Because if we're talking about the specs and like the science behind it, that was my problem when I was a fitness guy. I was a personal trainer and fitness manager, and I was my degree was in like kinesiology and exercise science,
Oh, nice.
and my it was okay. My problem though was always I love the science, I love the like the biomechanics and the exercise physiology, and I would get into a sales pitch and I'd talk to people about it, and they didn't care, or even if they did care, they couldn't understand it, you know. So figuring out different parts of your pitch and trying to explain how solar works as simple as possible is super super important because if the homeowner can like explain to their neighbor how solar works, then they're going to be much more likely to buy it.
Exactly. And that's your best, solar consultant is going to be the homeowner, right? And if they, first of all, they're not going to make a decision if there's any confusion in their head. Like, if it's just a little bit of confusion, they're not going to make a decision on that.
Confused mind always says no.
Yes, exactly. So once they understand why they're doing it, how it works, what their relationship is like, what it's going to be like going into the future, then their mind is clear. And that's where they can really feel good. But not only that, they're excited about it. They're just not, oh, I got solar. They're like, wow, I got solar. And then they're telling their neighbors about it. And the neighbors are going to ask, what's the first question to ask? Why did you go solar, right? And then instead of just saying, oh, I'm saving money, they're going to say that I get to own my own system. My home value goes up. Eventually, I get free electricity. They're going to be able to explain these things because they understand it themselves.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. I think that's something that um, more solar professionals need to focus on is kind of being a like a teacher, you know, like helping, but teaching them a simplified version so that they're able to understand how it works. And when you do that, and when you're able to communicate in their language, that's how you're going to be able to really connect with them and build that rapport that we all know is so important.
Yeah,
Um,
and you also like want to pull out objections. That's something maybe some, because those maybe they're just trying to sell, sell, sell. But you can sell somebody, and then they'll still be confused. They cancel. So you really want to try to pull out objections. And for me, like the most important part of the whole meeting is investigating. Like if you don't investigate, then you're just selling what you have, right? Investigating to me is like critical, and asking them questions, open-ended questions about what they're about to do, how their future is, where they're gonna, how long are they gonna live there, things about them, and then you can actually present it based on what their needs are, not based on what the solar company is selling.
Yeah, exactly. Their why. And then also because if you are in a position where you can save $100 a month or something, and then you can say, oh, well, think about what that $100 a month can mean to you. And if you can equate that to one additional family vacation a year or whatever, then it's obviously going to be much more, they're going to be much more comfortable with it because it's, once again, those are types of things that emotion is insanely, insanely powerful.
Hey, you made it to the end of my clip. That's awesome. So, thank you so much. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, and if you made it this far, if you actually made it to the end of this clip, I would also appreciate if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification button. Helps me to get my videos out there and give you more valuable content. Once again, I appreciate you watching this, and I hope that you have an incredible day.